Selamat welcome! Today we're versing Victor. Previously he had Zen to deal with, which was a super busted aggro deck. Now Aurora is an aggro deck, but she's nowhere near busted. She's very fair and balanced and fun to play, but she's still aggro, and Victor eats aggro all day long. So let's see if we can deal with Victor's clashes, his crush effects, and his annoying ability to pay to win using gold, either creating might with Visit the Golden Estate, or by using it to win his clashes that he would have otherwise lost. So, without further ado, let's go right into the gameplay. Hello. Today we're facing Victor. And this is a tough matchup to crack because, first of all, Victor eats aggro for breakfast, and we're an aggro deck, and not a very good one at blocking because of all the instants that we have. So his crush effect is going to be very hard to deal with. That's why this matchup, although Tunic will get us more value if you count for each resource is a weapon swing, like even 2 swings is already 4 value, but having the armor and not needing to commit cards from hand, I feel like is better for when you actually want to pivot and keep a big hand while evading the crush effect, because crush effects are annoying. Let's see, what do we want to run? Probably need to be a little bit more combo-y to punch through. Let's think. I want to cut 1 EMS since this is going to be a longer game, and when you're playing a longer game, the chance that you draw an all instant hand increases because you see more hands because you play a longer game. The chance to draw it is around 0.95% to see all instants and no attacks, and if you multiply that over 15 turns, that's a 14% chance you're going to see that hand. And yeah, that's why we're going to cut 1 to reduce the chance from 14% all the way down to like 9%, I believe. And we're going to side in 1 extra attack that works well with the combo. But we're not going to side out Electrify since we're on face Purgatory. I mean, you could make the argument of just boarding in the combo completely, board in a little bit over 60, because we might fatigue. I think that's a valid argument to make. I haven't played this specific matchup a ton, but I know it's rough from the 1 or 2 games that I've played it. Okay, let's try this. Let's try running a little bit of the combo, less EMS and more attacks and lightning cards, and let's hit send. Okay, we're going to sizzle just to be able to activate Aurora. Sadly, we don't have a blue, so we don't get the value of grasping as well, but it is what it is. Having gone plus embodiment means any instant is really good. Wow, they're on the aggro plan with the Crown of Dominion and Outmuscle. I guess we're gonna take a beating this first go round. Titan's Fist Arsenal? Yeah. Let's see if we can utilize our entire hand. If we Gone has that, Electrify for weapon, embodiment, Gone, Snatch. We can block with a Gone actually. Or, yeah, no, I don't want to like use face on a 4-power attack. Okay, so we took 7 damage. Let's hope we can pressure them and send a lot more. Resolution, we can play EMS. The reason you can play EMS during resolution is only when you pair it with Gone Flash. Please keep in mind when you play EMS, you play it before damage happens for any other card than Gone Flash. Then we Starfall. Kinda sucks to not have embodiment to start our next turn with, but pushing Snatch here feels correct. Wow, they're keeping their entire hand, which is scary. Hey, GG. GG, where do you want to go? Whoop. They're playing around press, which is great for us. We have the option to either Arsenal or send the Gone. We already blocked with 1. Keeping the second one around would be better. Yeah, let's play a little bit patient and Arsenal this. Okay, there you go. We have Blink. Okay, Visit. Visit the Goldmane Estate is a very scary card because it makes their next turn super duper big. We always pass on the out missile. Actually, we could wait a minute. They're keeping a card to Arsenal and they have Might for next turn. If we do our Face Purgatory now, when we pressure them, they can't give too many cards. They need to keep at least 2. For like, an example is like a 4 pitch or less with a blue, because they have Tunic up, but they can't just keep a single blue and just play whatever is in their arsenal. If we Face Purgatory now, so that's what we're going to do. Blocking for 6 exactly, and we get the value off of Face, and we draw into the same. Ooh, and it's a Golden Sun as well, which will be omega huge with the Mites. Yeah, it will attack for 10-13 overpower, which is crazy. Okay, Entwine, and then we fuse Blink. If this hits, we second strike. They have even more might. Okay, we second strike, and then we GF, and then we Blink, and then we Arsenal the GF. They have Spinal Crush in hand with 4 mites. There might be a world where pushing damage here is correct, because they really want to keep this hand. Let's think. Because if they want to send Spinal, and the Spinal will be for 13, they can't use Tunic because Spinal's a 5 cost. So I guess we'll take our damage here because we don't want this in Arsenal, because most likely we're only going to be able to send one thing and then we'll just Arsenal. So yeah, let's send the damage now when they're inclined to not block, to send their Spinal. Because yeah, even though Goner Flash is really good, we want to keep recycling it. If we clog up our arsenal when we don't have a good hand to block with and we can only play one thing, then it'll be really bad for us. Thankfully, Electrostatic Discharge is an instant. Oh, it's a Choke Slam instead of a Spinal. Okay. Coming in for 12. Okay. I mean, we can Arsenal our static, but we know that their hand is a Spinal, that they're saving it for their next turn. There's no way we're... Okay, we're gonna Rabble into Static Shock, Arsenal, Electrostatic. Because we can't ESD now due to Choke Slam. We can't gain power on our attacks, so using it now is a waste. So we block 3 here, we don't have enough go again. So we're just gonna send hopefully 8 on our next turn and Arsenal the ESD. Great, we have Press as well, so ESD and Press works really great against Spinal, because you can still do stuff technically without it being an action. You don't need go again to do that. So we can like ESD, play a 4 power, and then press it for 10. Great stuff. That's 2 of the cards in our hand. We can block with 1 card and Arsenal the last card. That's assuming that's the only thing they're gonna do, but if they're keeping this many cards, they might have an extender such as E-Strike or Zealous Belting. So we're gonna take a beating on our next turn. Ooh. Okay. And yeah, our hand... Oh no, the press went to the bottom. It was a trounce. Let me check. Yeah, I can't see the log. Yep, no. We can't gain go again, but we can still gain action points, which is awesome, honestly. Okay, let us think for a bit. Okay, we're gonna try and like block with this. I mean, we can also just Arsenal it, right? And they're gonna Arsenal the Pummel. We go down to 14. We send Flittering, Blink, no, Blast, and then Blink we bounce, an Aura. They don't have an Aura right now. And then we can Arsenal the Entwined Lightning. We can like attack for 4 into 7, Arsenal a 4. Not bad, actually. If we had gifted, we would like take it all and pop Graves, but we don't, so gonna take it. Yep, so we're skipping the Arsenal, discarding this. It's fine. It's actually honestly a little bit better that they use the Pummel there. We don't need to be scared of it on our next go round. Their armor is quite thin as well. They have AB boots, tunic, 1 point left on their gauntlet, and 1 point left on their Aegis. So yeah, we're gonna play a Blast to Oblivion. Okay, we get to see what our top deck is. Okay, E-Strike and Trounce. We have E-Strike. We're going to have an E-Strike on our next turn. It's great they didn't win the clash, so Bob get to blink. We get to ESD. Just need to send a bit more damage their way so they're a little bit uncomfortable to keep like a 3-card hand. And their top deck was Cartilage Crush, just a basic blue. And we still have our 5 fridge. We are going to start using it right now because we're already near sub 10. Because we're already at 10 life, and being under 10 whenever they have an attack and combine it with pummel, we might have armor value left over if we don't use it immediately. But throughout the game, I never felt like there was a point where we could use it to pivot. The choke slam was too big. It was for 12. We needed to block 9, and we only have 5 armor block. Okay, cool. Keeping a 2-card hand, leaking 4. Good news for us, they don't have Tunic, so at most this is 7. Okay, they're gambling on an attack. Let us think. What can we do here? But that's the same as losing a card. We can ESD in Arsenal. If we draw attacks on our next hand, we can block with those. Yeah, I guess. So blocking like 5 plus 5 equip. Blocking 10. Here we bottom this, choose buff power, and we haven't seen any of our CLVs or burn ups, which is honestly kind of scary. Okay, putting them down to 2 means we have an out if we draw 2 shocks and they tap out. And having EMS means we can block with, we can block 5 twice. And okay, they're only sending 1 humongous attack for 13. Gonna cash in now. Which gets around the chokeslam unless they pummel. And they do have the pummel. I guess I should have blocked with the electrify as well. Yeah, if I blocked with electrify, we would still be alive here. Did not see they had 2 floating. Oh well, c'est la vie. We die. Yeah, that was the thing. We didn't use armor early enough. Now we're dead with 2 block value still on the table. Okay. That was very interesting. Let's go back to the start of the turn. Let's see if in a different world where we blocked correctly. Okay, let's try. If they keep their pummel, it's kind of scary. They're using it anyway, okay. We're never not using EMS. Gives us our 2 cards back. And we're going to discard the lightning press, maybe. Because we're gonna get crushed, we can't. Oh yeah, and that's the only thing we can discard. Okay, going down 2-1. we're going to send 7. Oh, yeah, I forgot we can't gain power. Let's draw a card then. Arc Lightning is actually very good if we manage to survive somehow. Clash of Might is scary because the extra might be super duper relevant. If we draw all 3 burn ups and they tap out, we can kill them. Oh no. What's on top? It's a blast. Okay. We have 2 points of armor block left, but we don't have a lot of 3 blocks left. Okay. Disable. Okay. 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're living for another turn. Okay, we get to Arc Lightning, Grasp, Starfall. Which is 4 arcane pings. I mean, they can use a blue and tunic. Okay. I feel like we still have to do it anyway. We're taking 2 cards at the bare minimum, because the weapon swing demands a card, and we already demanded a card for the arcane. This is coming for 2 and then 1. And they might just use tunic to pay the 1. Yep, that's what's happening. We only have 1 point of armor block left. But we did draw a burn up. Crush the Weak here is annoying, to be honest. If we had 2 burn ups here, we could win. Let's see, 7, right? So we have 1, 3, 3. We can entwine. Actually, we're still in this. That's 7 exact. And we're gonna come in for 4, 1 and 1. So they have tunic left, but oh no, toss. Oh, we have burn up on top. We have to push the 1 and 1. Make them give a card and tunic, or if they go down to 1, they know they die if they tap out. Okay, they're paying for that, and this is another 1. They can use tunic if they want to keep all 3 cards. Oh, they're playing the block with 2, send with 2. Okay, double burn up. If they tap out here, they die. Burn up. Burn up. We got there. Okay, we only got there after we took back. We actually already lost this matchup due to me not following my own advice of using armor earlier, even though it's vanilla damage. If we had used our armor to block out the Titan's Fist, we would have been able to survive their super omega juiced choke slam in the late game for, what was it, 13 with pummel up to 17. Yeah, we would have been able to survive that, but we didn't use our armor mindfully just because it didn't have an on hit that was relevant to us, or when it did have a relevant on hit, we couldn't cover it up due to all the mites that they got from Visit the Gold Main Estate, but we still needed to pay attention to our life total, because every point that you leak, whenever you are at like less than 10, you're very, very susceptible to pummel. Especially the key life point, I feel like the threshold is 7, because usually you block out just enough so you don't get crushed. So usually the main attack still has 3 power left, and with pummel plus 4 it goes up to 7. So you need to utilize at least some of your armor, the 2-sided ones, the one that you can use twice, the front half, you need to have used them before you go down below 7. So when that time comes, you're cashing in your back half, or you're staying at a high enough life total that you don't drop down to that point and you die to a pummeled chokeslam like I did. So learn from me, learn from my mistakes. The matchups not as rough as I thought it would be, but maybe that was just me drawing very lucky and my opponent didn't draw very well. We only saw like 1 spinal, and we were never really threatened by the on hits. I felt like we're mostly just eating the damage that Victor was serving us. If their draw lined up more in the super relevant on hits, like Spinal and Chokeslam, when we had multiple buff effects like Sizzle or Press in our hand, then we would be a lot more sad. But yeah, just because Victor is a Guardian doesn't mean you shouldn't respect his damage, especially builds using Crown. That means they're really trying to get aggressive without muscle as their extender. They have Cell Speltings, they have E-Strikes, they can send 2 big attacks in a turn at you, or 1 big attack and then bump it up with Pummel. So yeah, use your armor mindfully. That's the lesson from me to you today. That's it for the post-game analysis. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. That is the best free way you can support me creating free Flesh and Blood content for you on your YouTube video feed. I've been Mas Willie Mayan, and as always, sampai goodbye.